Prince Harry and his mother Diana's riding instructor. Still not over how yesterday, when my flight landed in Nashville, our pilot said we arrived 15 minutes early because he took some shortcuts. So, we were in the sky. What do you mean? Is now sweating a thing, or did this butch just shut on my bed? That's when I woke up, and he's standing at the foot of my bed kind of waving at me like, hey, I know that you called out, but maybe you just don't want to drive, and I'll drive you in, and then you could still work. Woman in shock when she woke up to her boss at the end of her bed after calling in sick. Please help. My biology teacher asked what's the opposite of dominant, and I confidentially answered submissive to the whole class. As a German, I just want to get this straight. The entire Western world wants us to build up a huge army, march through Poland and fight the Russians if necessary. Just writing it down so there are no misunderstandings in future. It's been like 12 years now, and I'm still haunted by the straight lady who asked me, when lesbians have sex, how do they decide when they're clone? This girl got her phone taken away by her parents and her dad slid this under her door. Hi daughter. Hope you are behaving yourself. I love you. Why are you not answering me? Oh wait. I don't understand. Why Ant-Man didn't go inside Thanos and resize. Welp. Martin, 37. Verified. 5 feet 8 inches. Straight man. Less than a mile away. About me. I'm a single father of 3. They are my world. If you don't have what it takes to help me raise my kids, then move aside and let a real woman step up. If you want me alone, you have to pay for the babysitter, must help pay for beard and hair care. Being this beautiful isn't cheap. Must have your own car. Preferably a 7-seater. Must be able to cook, clean, and be submissive. No taller than 5 feet 7. No heavier than 100 kilograms. Must be fit. Have your own source of income and your own teeth. The family I babysit for bought me a car for my 18th birthday. So thankful. Buy me a car or I'll tell your wife about us. Imagine carrying pregnancy for 9 months, only to end up giving birth to a little creature who does not only look exactly like her father, but she has also taken all of your husband's attention. As a woman, if your first child is a girl, just know you now have a biological co-wife. Hey kid, here's some identification you'll need for the rest of your life, but you're not allowed to laminate it. We went ahead and printed it on gas station toilet paper for you. California girls were so much more wholesome in the 60s than today. Look at these vibrant LA chicks, not a single tattoo or piercing to be seen, just beginning smiles and healthy California tans. And to think a whole year ago she first arrived at my house on Easter Sunday while I was at church. I love you Shannon, and I always will baby. Happy 1-year anniversary. Are you going to sleep? Yes I am. Now shut up. In Darth Vader's Delt scene, you can hear blaster shots going off in the background. Luke is the only rebel on Delt Star 2, and the stormtroopers aren't shooting at him. The Delt Star is getting ready to explode, and all the Imperial troops are evacuating. So the only thing those blaster shots could be are stormtroopers killing each other for spots on the ships. 1960s NASA scientist, after he shouted Heil Hitler as a joke, but half the room stood to attention. Hey, no offense, but it weirds me out a little when you call me daddy in bed. You're not a kid anymore. You can just call me dad. Good evening. I'm your delivery driver. Your address is correct? Yes. Bring the delivery right to her door and tell her that I'm sorry. She bulked me everywhere. Okay, got it. Her brother opened the door, but I asked him to pass on your message. Thank you. She doesn't have a brother, but thank you anyway. If women get paid less, we should pay less taxes. That's how taxes work. How many inches is too much, ladies? I remember I stuck my whole fist in a chick once, and it's not my thing. But, you know, you only live once. And I was nervous to actually go past the knuckles, and this chick who weighed 135 pounds with weights in her pockets grabbed my wrist and pulled it inside of her. Then said things like play with me like a puppet and said snap your lingers, and ladies, fellas, I haven't viewed life the same since. Through God, All things are possible. Do 10 push-ups right now. If you do not study, you will end up like him. If you study well, you will be able to make a better world for him. I have a PhD in theoretical astrophysics. Short-term purchases like groceries. Millennials and Gen Zers are pulling in bigger paychecks, but much of their spending power is fueling short-term purchases like groceries and vacations, not savings. If Wolverine's daughter has healing powers too, she will always be a bitch. And then, deep thoughts with the deep. A portable device you can bring with you to play music. MP3, an upgrade to the first device that lets you play videos as well. MP4, MP5. You are just so handsome. If it were the 1800s, I'd buy you to save you. Have you ever thought that someone has masturbated to you? No, cause I doubt it. Rubbed out a quick one just for you, brother. Gohan is the most tragic character in Dragon Ball, not because he's lost anything, but because he had to grow up with both a nation mom and a bulk dad. Whoever writes to this is Guy. My 19-year-old daughter made me a granny at the age of 36. I'm still shook and traumatized. She hid the pregnancy for 9 months up until her water broke. After God fear Amma 2000. Americans will use anything to measure except the metric system. Annie, 25. 6 miles away. Acted 1 day ago. I can fit 34 Pringles up my bag. The innocent won't understand what problem is being solved. Monkey born with lack of pigmentation in their hands strikingly resembles a human. You think you've seen it all, and then your 13-year-old blind beagle throws up the French flag in the middle of the night. Holy Roman Empire and Texas Republic existed only 30 years apart. Holy Roman Empire, 800 to 1806. Republic of Texas, 1836 to 1845. Cite your work. Us. Chocolate covered strawberries orders will be ready tomorrow at noon. Thank you all so much for your patience. Someone messaged me that I look so ugly. Rate my beauty out of 10. 10 over 10,000. So I'm playing the Five Nights at Freddy's collection on PS4 and got to the spring lock ending in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and then this shows up. It won't get off my screen, no matter how much I try to turn my console off. Due to a system outage, we are card only temporarily and our staff can't do math. Getting invited to your bulk friend's barbecue. He's Haitian. When any me girls do that face melt thing. I'm gonna do that dad with you, because I love you. Which one? The Ramadan. It's not a diet LMFAO. Yuppie got bulked. A special effects artist made himself a mask for the pandemic, and I can't get over it. Self-acclaimed Jesus Christ runs to police for fear of being crucified on Easter Day. I'm the one. Are ya winning, son? No. Some guy keeps kicking my ace and calling me Butch Nugget. He says he ducks my mom every night. Damn right I do. Butch Nugget. Saying apes evolved into humans is like saying eagles evolved into fighter jets. We were so poor growing up, my dad had to keep my sister pregnant so we could have fresh milk. For a generation that can't find a good man, you ladies sure are pregnant a lot. You find out your closest friend is a serial killer. What do? Hand him my list and ask him to help me out. Hotlo's last living relative converted of pedophilia after kissing girl, 13. Always want to ruin the family name. Never ask a man his salary, a woman her age, a German company what they did from 1933 to 1945. Which main character had the best secondary love interest? I'm not homophobic. I don't hate guys. I just don't support that lifestyle or their choices. It's not a lifestyle. It's not a choice. Nobody is born lesbian, guy, bulk, or trans. LBT is a choice that directly counteracts God's plans for you. God loves you, and it hurts you when you disrespect him like that. Smell your game. This aroma diffuser adds scent to video games. It delivers smell profiles like rain, gunfire explosions, racing cars, storms, and more. I'm the great mighty Paw. The Nickelodeon logo is Epstein's Island. Truth in plain sight. I found my ex-girlfriend's body in the morgue I work at. It was very awkward. Still giving you the silent treatment? The cold shoulder? Did she ghost you? I met this dude on Tinder and asked what his last name was. He told me, then replied, "You doing a little background check? You might find out I'm a murderer. Just ignore that." Okay, so a good sense of humor. Well, I googled him and he was a murderer. Please help. Meat sticks to the pan a lot. Lyrica, 18. Horse lap dancer, 15 miles away. If you're looking for a girl with a good personality, you're in luck, because I have multiple. Oh no, I came inside of you. Catera, no problem. This was my favorite goof in T2. Won't hate on the film, but this always makes me laugh. The orderly hits the glass so hard he changes ethnicity. You see that bridge, Nick? It's one of them. Why'd I call it a metaphor? It's like us Sabotkas and our union and the whole working class in this country. It's gonna last forever, just like we are. Some people see problems, others see solutions. 1, 2, 3, 4. New tonight. President's spokesman says he can't speak for the president. Playing Dungeons and Dragons with 9-year-olds comes in 2 flavors. 1. Trying to find ways to resolve things and make the zombie our friend. 2. Doing things that are recognized as war chimes. FBI agent Robert Hansen was tasked to find a mole within the FBI. Robert Hansen was the mole and had been working with KGB since 1979. His espionage was described by the Department of Justice as possibly the worst intelligence disaster in US history. Who's the most dangerous human alive right now? My cousin Randy posts a lot of pictures on Facebook of skeletons riding motorcycles and stuff with captions about how loyal he is. But if you betray him, he can be your worst nightmare, so probably him. Now this is how you quit your job. This is a drawing of a dinosaur. It is also my 2 weeks notice. Thanks to Pete from Featherstone for the lovely pic of his wife, but the competition was called Fact Hunt. Did you know? Violet Jessup, a ship nurse, served on each of the 3 ships, Titanic, Britannic, and Olympic. While she was on board, Olympic collided with a warship and sank. The Titanic hit an iceberg and sank, and the Britannic hit an underwater mine and sank. She survived all 3. Luckiest woman ever. A relationship with no gender roles. We both hustle, we both clean, we both cook, we both take it in the ace, and we both spoil each other. What my son does to any bar of soap. This onion won't make me cry. If they wanted to talk to you, they'd initiate the conversation once in a while. You're just annoying them, and they are only responding to be polite. Harry Potter, did you forge my name in the Epstein flight log? Please stop shoving quarters in the Mothman statue's ace crack. I've seen the opposite. A very Christian friend of mine had gotten sex ed from her parents, but they stressed the marriage thing. When a married couple get married, the husband will put his pens in the wife's vag and deposit semen, and if God wills, a baby will be created and receive a soul. So I mean, religious dogma aside, at least they told her about pens in vag and semen deposition. So when she was 19 she started secretly hanging out with a cute guy down the street. He also went to her church. They'd sneak out in the evenings and walk through the woods. One day they found an old camping trailer in the woods, a sort of cheap camp for some farmer. They broke in and found a bed. They came back multiple times. She was pregnant in a couple of months. Both of them knew that semen and vag caused pregnancy, but they weren't married, so they thought they were safe. Teachers are using AI to grade students' papers. Students are using AI to solve papers and teachers are using AI to grade them. What's the point in going to school then? Kate. No, we haven't seen her. Us. We are just burying a tree. Planting. We mean planting a tree. Not burying anything. No. Me. Defeats the boss and takes all of his loot. Everyone else at the office. Men. I promise no women finds reckless speeding or driving attractive. Not everything is for the female gaze. Vehicular manslaughter is a form of self-expression. Sunbathing on holiday. Bro, your body looking like the mountain range. It's impossible. We'll never get out of this bit. With love, anything is possible. Thanks to AI and stable diffusion, I was finally able to restore this only photo we had of our late uncle. Harrison Ford says Indiana Jones music played in room during his colonoscopy follows me everywhere. Well, they were exploring a dusty old tomb. I saw a bulk guy riding a bike yesterday. I thought it was mine. Then I checked the garage, and it was still chained up, asking for food. Why does this lizard look like he's about to make me an offer I can't refuse? When I was 8, I got lost at the mall and started crying because I couldn't find my mom. So then a security guard came to help me, but I punched him in the nuts as hard as I could because stranger danger and that dude still had to help me find my mom. I think about him a lot. Time to power up Rangers. Red power go. Yellow power activate. Right POW. Actually, skip me. Dogs are bad. Look at his eyes. This eat dog is high as a ducking kite. He smoked all the dogs to save us. The tallest girl in the world and her husband. My left arm versus my right one. How to touch a man's heart. I hear the government of West Taiwan hates this map. Would be a shame if we all shared it. Woman married to Eiffel Tower got divorced because she is now in love with a fence. Why do men snore when they lie on their backs? It's because their balls fall over their butthole, which causes a vapor lock. Life begins when all the kids are married and the dog dies. Bro, he's a rapist. That shut don't matter when he did it. You a rapist apologist, do better. If I cut hair one time, am I a barber? Just saw a guy and girl kissing at her car outside the bar, and as he walked back to his car she goes, "You promise you'll break up with her today? You better, summer is so back." 6-year-old didn't cause parents divorce, but didn't exactly step up to prevent it either. Me, colors perfectly inside the lines. Everyone else at the chime scene. How old are you? 24. What about you, daddy? 47. You're the same age as my daughter. And you're my dad's age. Allison? Dad, excuse me, what? When you're in a threesome with your homie and his sister, and he starts eating your ace. Peter, stop, it's me. Holding the back of the dress with your other hand to tighten it is so real. Girl, I have one arm. Need his tongue so far in, he can tie my fallopian tubes into a ribbon. Venom 3 is titled Venom: The Last Dance, in theaters on October 25th. I hope she recovers soon. Realization. That moment when you realize that poof has the same color eyes as Juan Decimo, but then you also remember that it was Cosmo that had the baby. Jazz music stops. Buyer shipment stolen. Cops looking for gang of hardened criminals. We want to give a huge congrats to David Woodall from Somerset, Kentucky on winning our Hellman's Mayo Challenge. David was able to finish all 6 cups within our 3-minute timer, completing a challenge that had been failed every year since starting it in 2008. We also want to thank those who donated to our summer fundraiser for the fight against trucker littering. We brought in $67.43. Relax, David, it's just a small surgery, don't panic. My name is not David. I know, I'm David. Morgues prefer to hire women. Yep, that's why. Bringing an MP3 to school. Bringing an MP4 to school. Bringing an MP5 to school. Hello, this is the captain speaking. We are currently flying over 30,000 feet. People with feet finish. Chicken Nugget is now streaming on Netflix. The series follows a man whose daughter is turned into a chicken nugget. One day each of us burned a CD for the last time, but we didn't know it was the last time. I'm going to birth my mother. I'm going to birth my big brother. Do you have a hole that needs to be filled? The city of Kenosha takes public safety very seriously, which is why we are excited to launch our new Show Us Your Hole public safety initiative. To participate, simply send us a picture of your hole, along with its location and the tagline, "Come fill my hole," and we will dispatch our crews to service your hole in a prompt and professional manner. Your satisfaction is our priority. Listening to this from Australia. That's so sick. Thanks for the support. I didn't say I liked it, or it was good cucumber. Sounds like shut dumbass. When one door closes, another one opens. Boing. Wahaha, my next victim. Mom. You turned into a killer clown. You look ridiculous. Look at Cheryl's son. Now, that's a good looking Madeira. Sup. When you hear your brother and sister ducking, so you sneak a peek, because Pornhub ain't working. I once lost my job and couldn't afford the mortgage. Was going to lose my home, so I drove and drove until I came to the edge of a cliff. I was going to drive off it when the people around me came to my rescue. They gave me their money to pay my mortgage. The message is this: never give up on people, as you can be pleasantly surprised by others' generosity. This is a big thank you to all the passengers on my bus that day. You know how, when you meet a dog, it barks and bares its teeth, or runs away whimpering? How long until they start to trust you? I got a golden retriever 2 weeks ago, but it still growls at me constantly and won't let me get anywhere near it.